And welcome to Upon Further Review. I'm Josh Aubrey. Plenty to get to in this week's show. We're going to send you out for some high school highlights from some area softball games, Southeast Bulloch and Portal among them, picking up some big wins this week. We'll also talk to our area high school football teams about opening up the season. We'll hear from Steve Pennington and Jeff Kaiser, among others, as they prepare for the season opener September 4th. And we'll also visit with Georgia Southern, the football team, getting ready for their September 12th season opener against Campbell. A lot going on, obviously. The attendance policies at Paulson Stadium were announced this week, and we'll hear from Athletic Director Jared Benko about some of the policies and how that's going to affect game day at Paulson Stadium. We also will hear from some of the players and Coach Lunsford about how things are going on the field and off the field as well. All that and plenty more coming up in just a moment. And a reminder before we go to break, hopefully you'll never be in an accident, but if so, please give our friends at the Sullivan Law Firm a call, 912-489-8888, or online at thesullivanlawfirm.com.
The Medical Center Pharmacy on Grenade Street is proud to be your Health Mart pharmacy in Statesboro. The Medical Center Pharmacy, locally owned and serving this community for 50 years, is open 364 days a year. The pharmacists at Medical Center know there's nothing more important than your family's well-being. That's why they take the time to know their customers, explain their medications, and answer any questions. The Medical Center Pharmacy, your Health Mart pharmacy. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
Trust your eyes to the team that takes care of the Eagles. Professional Eye Care of Statesboro offers a full range of medical eye care, in addition to a wide assortment of glasses, sunglasses, and contact lenses to suit your style.
I'm Dr. Horace Deal. Allow me or one of my associates to provide you with comprehensive medical eye care. And we can help you select from a variety of glasses and contact lenses here at Professional Eye Care of Statesboro.
Plenty going on and off the field at Georgia Southern. This week it was announced that Georgia Southern will be playing their games at Paulson Stadium, the 6 home games they have scheduled, before crowds of 25% capacity. Capacity at Paulson is 25,000, so the number is just over 6,000. Just over 1,000 of that will be for students, a couple hundred for the band and cheerleaders, and then the rest for season ticket holders. We had a chance to talk with Athletics Director Jared Benko about the plans and how they came to it.
We're going to be at 25%, so 25,000 divided by 4, so right at 62.5, 6,250. So that's where we're going to be at right now. The one thing I'll share with you, Josh, is we're having a chance to open up the hills and also repurpose some other different areas. And so right now, that's the plan, is to be right around there. We also built ourselves in some flexibility up too. So what's going to happen, and this might lead into another question, is we have till September 1 season ticket accounts have until September 1 to notify us if they're going to opt in or opt out. And then once we get everybody's intent to opt in or opt out, then we'll start actually physically assigning tickets. And so that's going to allow us to start looking at different multiples and seating blocks of 4, 6, and 8 in the grandstand. And then ultimately the hill piece, in terms of, Josh, kind of to answer your question in a long way of saying, the hill piece will allow us then to backfill some areas that for some season ticket holders maybe didn't get as many tickets as they wanted. We potentially can use that as extra inventory. So, but right now it's 6,250. Students are a huge part of our planning process, and that's part of what makes Paulson such an intimidating place to play. So right now, the 25% application in terms of people in the stands will be the same application for students. And so 25% of the students that normally attend will be able to attend this year. And so they're being treated the same as our donors, from our top donor to those that are not in the top 10 or whatever the number is. So for students, that's really important for us. And so we were not going to treat the students any disproportionately to anybody else. So ensuring that they get treated the same way percentage-wise. Really, for us was something was important. So the way we have it staggered out, and they're in clusters, I think of 6, 8, and 10. I think provided our students the opportunity to be in Paulson and to be loud and ultimately socially distanced. And so that's just kind of the application for them. They were treated equally with our donors. So that was really important for us.
Is that a lottery? How are you?
Yeah, we're gonna have to work through, Josh, some sort of a lottery, because there's no way of taking a finite number of tickets and dispersing amongst everybody in the student body. So we're gonna work with Shay Little and her staff and hopefully SGA and figure out a process. Right now, it's just been getting down to how many people can we get in venue from a responsible level. The last count I had was overall season tickets. We were north of 6,500 last year. I sent an email out a couple of weeks ago about essential spending. And so we're trying to make sure essential spending is in place and not non-essential. And so you're trying to keep it as bare bones as possible. I try to use an example of the day from a college athletics setting. If you think about 400 student athletes in 17 sports, it's not like, using an analogy, it's not like turn off a spigot on and off. I mean, there's a very large organization, a lot of things going on concurrently. And so what we're trying to do right now is mitigate any expenses that are not essential. But you are going to have essential expenses such as getting ready for game day, such as, scholarships, which we put out, I think, a graphic the other day over 5.6 million roughly. So if you look at scholarships and salaries and benefits, you're going to have fixed costs. But discretionary spending wise, we try to cut back to as little as possible just to get us through initially making sure we return to playing football. And then obviously as the year goes on, we'll have a better financial picture. And so that's why we rolled out the triple option plan to try to, really try to incentivize people and also message it to people why their investment in Georgia Southern student athletes, but also to our athletic foundation and overall athletic department is so important, because there are costs that are going to be here regardless. But we're trying to, the ones that we do have some discretion on, we're trying to limit those for sure.
For a complete look of the rundown of what to expect at Paulson Stadium, you can go to gseagles.com and take a look at what they have as far as the Paulson Stadium attendance policies and tailgating policies will be. All right, well, getting to the news on the field, the Georgia Southern Eagles holding another scrimmage this past week. We had a chance to get out there, show you some highlights, and hear from Coach and some of the players. Georgia Southern holding their second scrimmage of the preseason Saturday morning at Paulson Stadium. Plenty of big plays on the defensive side of the ball. Freshman Seth Hodges with the big hit here in the backfield. And the defense staying hyped up as later Raynard Ellis with the hit for no gain. Even when the offense completed a pass, the defense was there for the big hit. This time it's freshman Tyler Bride. Benz Josu and Anthony Wilson later able to drop Logan Wright for no gain. Staying on the defensive side, and it's Ellis with another hit in the backfield, this time wrapping up Wesley Kennedy. And then it's Todd Bradley coming in untouched as he hits Wright as he gets the handoff. The Eagles secondary coming up with some big plays as well. Here, Duke transfer Javon Jackson with one of his 2 interceptions in the scrimmage. Moving on now to the offensive side of the ball, and it's Speedy LaRoche with a nice run as he gets down inside the red zone. Next, Shai Wertz going up top, and he finds redshirt freshman Darius Lewis with a nice pass. The goal line offense with some moments. Here, J.D. King up the middle for the touchdown. Next, Wertz able to keep it himself, and he goes in for the score. And then it's LaRoche going around the right side. He gets into the end zone as well. Freshman running back Jalen White continuing to impress. Take a look at this run as he takes a big hit, spins off, keeps his feet moving, and goes all the way to the 25 for a 30-yard pickup. Finally, it's the freshman with another nice gain. After the scrimmage, Coach Lunsford and the Eagle players talked a little bit about how they felt the scrimmage went.
Really great day of work. We got a lot of situational stuff. We're able to get into some 4-minute offense, some 2-minute situations for offense, defense, get on the goal line, red zone, open field stuff. a lot of good work. Lots of times when you do those types of scrimmages, the flow of things is not the same, and so you kind of got to get guys going. You got to understand what the situation is, what we got going on. But I thought our guys did a really good job with that today, of playing situational football, communicating to one another, doing a great job with down and distance stuff. Really was impressed with their communication out on the field. Really impressed with their juice on the sidelines. If you told me we were going to play tomorrow, I can't say that we're ready to play, but we're getting closer.
And stay with us. Plenty of high school action coming up next.
My Queensboro banker is Cheryl Quick.
Blanchard Equipment Company has 16 locations.
Queensboro has homegrown values just like us.
They get heavily involved in every community.
And that means strong customer service.
They've been around a long time, just like John Deere.
When you run across the bank like that, you stick with them.
I sure would like to own one of these John Deeres.
Well, we can sure make that happen.
Oh, well.
Queensboro is your community bank. Queensboro National Bank and Trust.
The Georgia Southern University store is currently closed on campus, but Eagle fans can still find plenty of Georgia Southern merchandise online at gsustore.com. Plenty of t-shirts from social distancing and Burrow Strong tees to the latest styles. The University store has you covered. If you're looking for a mask, you can place your order online as well. Clearance items and sales events are happening daily, so don't forget, while the campus store is closed, you can still find your Georgia Southern merchandise at gsustore.com. Area high school football teams eagerly anticipating the start of the 2020 season, which will be September 4th for 3 of our area teams. The Portal Panthers opening up on September 11th. We had a chance to talk with a couple of the coaches about what they're expecting for this season, including Jeff Kaiser over at Statesboro High.
The kids have done a good job continuing to move forward. As of right now, we feel pretty good about being able to play on September the 4th. That can change. I know everybody watches the updates on the coronavirus in the school system each day, but I think our county and our administration has handled that very well with keeping everybody informed and the plan executed in the building. As far as practice goes, our only thing that held us back a little bit is the weather. We've had some wet weather, lightning, same as it is every year. It gets us 3 or 4 times, and we keep our fingers crossed that we can get in a practice rhythm and move forward. We feel good about all of our position groups. Offensively, Ames Ratcliffe has stepped up at the quarterback spot for us, and Ames brings the run threat. He runs well, makes good decisions, but the best characteristic of Ames is he's an extreme competitor and very coachable. Still learning the position, but he gives us another aspect in the offense with his legs. Our offensive line, we're really, really young right there. We've got 2 seniors on our OL. The other 3 right now are 2 sophomores and a freshman. So but we do have a little more depth there than we had last year. Last year we were injury away from having to play someone that wasn't ready. This year we've got some guys that got a little experience there. Our running back core is deep. We feel like we've got 4 running backs that can play, start, for us, and receiving core is deep. So we feel good offensively, but we're good fixing to play some 6A defenses. So we're going to step it up and play to our potential there. Our back end defensively is back, intact. However, we're filling 5 holes in the box. So we're extremely concerned right now because an already thin linebacking core has 2 significant injuries in it. So we're going to have to start shuffling some people around to create some depth at the linebacker spot. I don't think people realized how big of an impact Xavier Lee had last year. Our zero technique. He forced double and triple teams almost every snap, and we've got we've got to produce in that spot to continue to do that for our guys on the second and third level to make plays.
As for the Southeast Bulloch Yellow Jackets, they've had quite a bit to deal with as the Savannah Chatham schools have decided to only play within their district, which means they will not be participating in the region this year. Liberty County is the only other team besides Southeast Bulloch in that region. They have postponed football indefinitely, so it's been a crazy time for Barrett Davis as he's tried to fill in his schedule. He was able to get 9 games on the schedule currently if Liberty County plays. We had a chance to talk with him and some of the players about what they're looking forward to this year.
A couple weeks ago, we found out that Savannah was going to do cancel the region and leave us and Liberty in the region. Liberty's canceled too until further notice. So we went from having 10 games down to 5 to 6 games. So we had to try and regroup and figure out what we needed to do and find out what games suit us best that'll help us prepare us for the playoffs. But our kids have been resilient throughout the whole process and remained positive, and we've had a good few weeks practicing since then. So we're trying to get to that first game, and we understand there's plenty of challenges that'll arise, and our kids were kind of already used to it. Something new happens all the time. We feel we're going to keep a 9-game schedule and have 3 bye weeks and be able to get ready for playoffs that way. So our kids have fought through every bit of adversity, and so have our coaches, and we're just going to keep on rolling. But we've had a chance to kind of digest through our roster and figure out who's going to be playmakers for us. And some kids will have to play both ways, but we feel good about our skill players. We've got an abundance of guys that can step in, whether it's at an outside linebacker or secondary type, or step in at receiver or running back. So we've got about 7 or 8 guys we're dependent on there. Some will play both ways, and then offensive and defensive line guys, we'll have a couple that will have to play both ways as well. But we're still trying to figure out the kinks in a few of those spots of who can do what and fit into the scheme that we're trying to do. So we've got a few changes on both sides. Offensively, we're gonna be able to do a few new sets that we haven't done in the past. We've got 2 new formations that we're going to be able to put in and kind of see how we do there to get more athletes in space and get them on the field more. Just more accountability that a defense has got to provide then. And then defensively, we've kind of doing some of the old stuff we've done with a 3-man front, a 3-5 defense, and then we've also done some 4-4 stuff defensively, and then passing situations we've implemented. Kind of went from a cover 3 to a cover 2 and some cover 2 man. So just kind of playing our strengths and mixing stuff up, keeping offense guessing. So
stay with us. Coming up next, we're going to visit with our area high school softball team, see how things have been going this week. 180 Fitness prides itself on offering the best facility, classes, programs, and staff in Statesboro. More than just a gym, they're a family. Knowledgeable staff always on site to help you. Free group fitness classes, over 45 to choose from. Free supervised childcare. Work out worry-free while they watch your children. With the new expanded weight floor, cardio equipment, and resistance machines, 180 has everything you need. The only gym in Statesboro with a sauna, the Evolve training system offers both small group and one-on-one training to fit any budget. Located inside 180 is Statesboro's best kept secret, The Zone. The Zone is an inspiring community where you are motivated, supported, and celebrated through a unique fitness experience. With the use of heart rate monitor, you're able to train in your own individualized zone while tracking real-time results. The combination of cardio, endurance, and strength workouts will give you the lasting results you've been looking for. Your first class is free. Your body, your zone, real results. Come see why 180 Fitness has been voted the best of the borough for the last 12 years. Family Internal Medicine Associates of Statesboro, providing primary care for Statesboro area patients since 1998, providing complete physicals, complete sports physicals, Medicare wellness exams, full diabetes treatment, and education from lifestyle changes to oral medications to insulin pump therapy, in-house dermatology, in-house circulation tests, and ultrasounds, and in-house labs. Featuring nurse practitioner Melissa Beasley, Family Internal Medicine of Statesboro can accommodate same-day or next-day appointments to serve your needs. Family Internal Medicine Associates of Statesboro, where we care.
A sports injury can stop you in your tracks. At Optum Orthopedics, our specialized physicians and staff use advanced orthopedic procedures with one specific goal in mind: to get you back to you. If you have a sports injury, request an evaluation. Experience the Optum difference.
No credit refused isn't just an offer, it's a way of business and has been for over 100 years. No banks, no ridiculous credit requirements, just local Badcock store owners who treat you right and give you credit when others won't. It's never been easier to express your style and love your home.
Well, area high school softball teams continuing to roll right along despite some weather conditions delaying and postponing games, and also having to deal with some teams that are not playing this year and revising schedules. Let's send you out for some highlights of some games from this week. The Portal Panthers softball team in their home opener as they were hosting Metter. On the mound, Riley Lamb silencing the bats after Metter takes a 1-0 lead. J.C. Sanchez starting the scoring for Portal. Panthers up 2-1. They'd add to it as Lamb continues to shut down the Tigers, and then it's Kelsey Williams. The drive down the line brings in another run to make it 3-1. The big blow coming later that inning with the bases loaded. Madison Cook drives this one into left. It's misplayed. All three runners score. Portal up 7-1. Josie Moats later with the drive to right center. This one is dropped. 2 more runs score. Blair Brannon with the finishing touch at the plate as she sends this one the other way. Portal on top. Lamb not needing much help, but shortstop Ansley Woods here on her toes for the final out as Portal wins this one by a final count of 13-1. Southeast Bulloch Yellow Jackets hosting Savannah Christian in a doubleheader. Game 1, Olivia Horton on the mound, and she gets the strikeout for out number 3. Horton getting plenty of offensive help. Holly Wise, the drive up the middle. This will plate Kelsey McDuffie. Victoria Barton later drives this one to third. The Raiders with their issues allowing Wise to score, and it's 2-0. Later, the Jackets up 4-zip, and it's Jaden Sherrill with the single to center. Wise with a not so graceful slide home, and it's 5-0. Horton continuing to hold the Raider bats in check with 6 strikeouts, and the Jackets take game 1 9-0. Game 2, and again, the Jackets waste no time scoring. Gracie Bergen with the single into center. She'd steal second, advance to third, and then come home to score on the single to left by Lauren Erickson to make it 1-0. McDuffie later will get the single to fall into right field, and Erickson scores to make it 2-0. Some heads-up defense next inning as the bloop to right will fall in. Bergen then will fire home, and they'll catch the runner at the plate. On the mound in Game 2, a rare pitching assignment for Megan Lee, who comes through nicely as the Jackets complete the sweep, winning by a final count of 5-0. Over at Mill Creek Park, Statesboro still looking for their first home victory of the season. A region matchup with Glen Academy. Jemiah Jones with the nice grab in left center. The Blue Devils with the runner on second, but the Terrors showing some heads-up defense themselves. The catch and the throw to second for the double play. Mincy Akins looking sharp on the mound for the Blue Devils, here with the strikeout. Later, a nice play by catcher Maggie Proctor. She gets up and throws the runner at first, out. Trouble in the field in the fourth, though, as 4 Blue Devil errors would lead to 2 Glen Academy runs. Mallory Merrill later with the RBI single into left to make it 2-0. The Blue Devils coming back in their half of the inning. Bailey Roberts legs out the infield hit. Addison Marsh then with the single into center. Runners on first and second. Proctor then the ground ball to short, which goes through her legs into left. Roberts scores to make it 2-1. A wild play coming up. Ground ball to second. Tarika will throw to second. It's misplayed, but Avery Wiggins comes up firing. Proctor applies the tag for the out at home. But the Terror sporting the leather as well. 1 on, no out. And check out the play by Kinsey Alves. She turns 2, and Statesboro falls 2-1. And that'll wrap it up for now. We thank you for joining us. Hope to see you again next week.